Well, how about that? It continues. The Sabre train continues to roll. We started 7-3 now. It's about where I hope we'd start this year. I was hoping for 7-2-1. Close. I'm taking a default. I told you I'm taking a default on this. If I'm right, I called less goals than they actually scored, though. It's like I'd have to check the exact numbers of those scores of that video, what I called. But pretty close, 7-3-0. And I wasn't surprised they came back, guys. I'll be straight with you. No, I'm not going to pretend that it's, oh my God, we came back. No, none of that crap. No. As soon as we made it 3-2, you could tell they were going again. And I was like, my goodness, they might just do it again here tonight. What a story they're becoming already, eh, this young team. We're going to talk about it. Let's look at the numbers, and there's a few extra clips I want to talk about as well. Here we go. Shots on goal, Sabres outshoot them 32-21. And face-offs, pretty close, 53%. Pittsburgh, 48 Buffalo. Penguins 1 for 2 on the power play. The Sabres 1 for 5. Again, the boys are frustrating teams into taking penalties. They had 12 hits, we had 8. They had 12 blocks, we had 13. They had 3 giveaways, we had 7. Shots on goal. In the first period, 11-6 Buffalo. In the second period, 9-8 Buffalo. In the third period, 12-7 Buffalo. 32-21 for the game. And the shots on goal tell the tale. The better team won this game. Let's look at the scoring. First period, Zucker opens it up. As we seen there, we might have deserved a little bit better fate maybe and come at it at 1-1, I'd say, maybe in that period. And second period, they go ahead 2-0, and the Sabres' Peterka gets some life going into the boys at 18:51 for a late goal to close out the second. And a lot of fireworks in that period too. Third period, Gensel scores right away at the 8-second mark. And I, again, was just wanting to see how the team would react. That's how I approached it, guys. I really did. I said, you know what? We're down 3-1. We were down 2-0. Let's see if we can rally. A few minutes later, Tage scores. And we're back in this game again. On the power play, a complete blast. Goalie had no chance. And then Olofsson ties it up. Another blast. Goalie has no chance, out of position again. And all of a sudden, we know what's going on. Us guys, us fans know what's going on at this point. 3-3. And Tuck basically seals the game, really, guys. Really, the game was kind of sealed right there. Tuck scores the game winner, 4-3 at 10:34. Okposo with the empty netter makes it 5-3. And Olofsson with another empty netter to put salt into the wounds, 6-3 Buffalo. So the Sabres score 5 unanswered goals, guys, in the last, well, I shouldn't say the last, maybe 4 unanswered, you could say, if you want to go that route. But anyway, 5 unanswered goals in the third period. Just another great story tonight with the kids. Just another great story. So for those of you that doubt this team, it's time to stop doing that. It just is. Okay, let's take a look at let's look, guys, the overall standings. Here we go. And the Sabres, because of this winning streak, are right back in the top 5 in the league. There you see, we're number 5 in the league. And if you're wondering why Edmonton's in front of us, all their 7 wins are regulation. We have 6 out of 7 that are regulation. So the Sabres are right in the thick of things, and the young New Jersey Devils are, of course, right there with us. We were talking about them just last year. Now, I want to go from this clip to the next clip. And you'll see we're number 2 overall in the NHL, guys, in goals for. You take a look, and you see LA's 3rd, but they've played 2 more games. The Sabres have scored 43 goals in 10 games. The Bruins have scored 45 in 10, leading the pack. Yep, we're even in front of teams like Edmonton, Pittsburgh, Vegas, who've been scoring a lot too this year. And now, the final clip, I'll let it come up with this too. And that, guys, is the goal differential. The Sabres are a plus 15 there in that department. We're number 3 overall in the NHL. The Vegas Golden Knights are not a shock they're playing that good. Kind of a surprise, 9-2. But at the same time, Leonard's out, so they're a better team. They just are. I knew once Leonard was out, they improved. In my head, anyway. Leonard's such a problem case. Okay, so there's absolutely no shock, I guess, that we won. It's the way we did it again, folks. I mean, we came back in that third period and erupted again. We're becoming a third period team, and Tage had a goal and an assist tonight. So another good game for him. And, you know, again, I want to harp on this because I see too many of our fans doubting us still. And it's time to stop. It really is. You know, don't live in fear. My goodness. You know, like just because Pittsburgh is a good team doesn't mean we can't beat them. Because I believe, guys, it's a changing of the guard. We've seen a changing of the guard tonight. Might be early to say that, but I believe that's what's going on with the Sabres. When they win a game like that against a team like that, when they had us 3-1 after that, 8 seconds into that third period, that's a game that the Penguins of old would have put away. They would have put it away, and they just couldn't. You know, Tage, what does he have now? 10 points, or he has 6 and 3. Yeah, I've lost track how many points he has, guys. That's a good thing. That's actually a really good thing. You know, Tage Thompson right now is just ripping it apart. Olofsson's got a few. I mean, we have 3 guys right now, this very minute, on pace to get 50 goals this year. Over 50 goals this year. Right now. No, I don't think it's going to happen. But wouldn't it be something if it did? Because if these guys continue to score like this all year, could you imagine what all the haters would say about this team? All the amends. And they'd all jump on our bandwagon. You watch. This is what these people do. It's what they do. They'll criticize the Sabres for years, and they'll then, as soon as the Sabres are winning and they're just an awesome team all of a sudden, they're going to say, oh yeah, I thought for years they were going to get better. You know, this is typical. This is what fans do that don't want to admit what liars do. Well, I'll just say it. They're liars, you know, some of these people. So, yes, guys, yes. I mean, this is really, really an important win, I'll say again, because we close out this homestand on another magical note. Another magical note tonight, guys. 14 goals in 2 games. I don't care if there's some empty net goals. I don't care. You want to care about that, then you're cheering for the wrong team. When you start putting numbers in like that, you don't understand, if you haven't played competitive hockey, that is absolutely vital for the dressing room, that they've scored 6 today and not 4. Those empty net goals really get a team going. Even then, you know, everybody's starting to feel like they could score again. I mean, you've seen Olofsson when he threw it down the ice. He already did that thing with his stick he always does when he scores. He knew it was going in right away, as soon as he threw it down there. So it's nice to see guys like Olofsson getting a break and getting some empty net goals. And Tuck, you know, these guys they've worked hard to help this franchise this year, especially completely get this thing going from where we left off last year. Now it's official. We got our legs going. We're 7-3. 2 tough road games coming up, guys. 2 toughies. You know, it's not going to be easy. And I'll just say it right off the cuff. I'm going for a split. If we can go 1-1 on that trip, you know, little baby steps, you know. We got to do that. We got to be realistic. And we've got to say to ourselves, you know, we're not going to win every game. Back-to-back in Carolina and Tampa. Back-to-back. 2 games in, you know, a space of like 27 hours, I guess, if you want to count the game time. You know, so it's going to be tough. And then we come home for another 4 games. So if we go in there and split, then, guys, we come home to Arizona, Vegas. You can bet they'll be up for Vegas. Boston, you can bet we'll be up for Boston. And Vancouver. And there it is. And it could be an amazing start this year, just like that. Really. So I'm enjoying this, like all of you tonight. Enjoy it. Stop doubting the team. For those that are still doubting, please don't do that to yourself. It's not worth it. Not worth it when something like that magical can happen right in front of your eyes again. You know, I'm going to go into next game with just the attitude like anything is a bonus next game, guys. Anything's a bonus. So here he is. Yep. Okay. All right. All right, Rome, go play. I got things to do in here.
You will be destroyed.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So that's... Okay, door's closed. I was waiting for the door to close. That is where that is at, folks. That's where that's at. I'm not going to get too high in this, really. I don't want to. I don't want to get too overly high in this because I'm not that surprised, really. Not really. Not what I seen last night. No. How can I be surprised tonight after what I just seen last night? You tell me, really. Why? Because it's Pittsburgh? Honestly, the hell with them. I don't care. This is the new pushing out the old. That's what this is tonight, guys. We're the up-and-coming teams, one of the up-and-coming teams of this league that is going to, you know what, the old school teams are eventually going to be pushed out the door as the new teams come along. I mean, this is really what happens. It's kind of the circle of life in the NHL. The young and up-and-coming teams push out the older teams, and this is an older team. It's a team on the decline. I don't care what their fans think. I just don't, because they've won all their cups. They've had glory. They've had it all. They don't need any more. Crosby can retire in the next few years, and they've had all their glory. They've done it all. Pittsburgh's a great organization. They've done what they've had to do, but they're not going to keep winning. It's not realistic. It's just not. They almost lost Malkin. You guys seen this offseason. They almost lost him, and there's things out there that, you know, they want to keep the team together one or two more years and try to get one more cup over there. I don't know. Maybe they could. Maybe. I don't know. They're getting up in age. So when the core is what's getting older, the team's getting older. I don't care how many youngsters you got up and coming. They don't have a deep pipeline over there. They just don't. They're all in, which they should be, because they have all these Hall of Famers. So, you know, pretty soon Vegas is in town, guys. We're going to go after that one too. So enjoy it, guys. Enjoy tonight. The Sabres did it again, and now we are on this 2-game road trip. Should be tough. If we get one of these 2 games, I'm a happy camper. And in regulation, too. I mean, a regulation win in one of those 2 games. But I'll take it any way we can get it, these 2 games. Getting these 2 games knocked off the schedule is huge. That's it, guys. I'm done. I'm going to call it there. I'm rambling too much. I'm excited, as I'm sure you guys are. But I'm real proud of the kids. Once again, 7-3. We'll break it down, maybe do a video on it, talk about it. The first 10 games of the season. A nice start, for sure, absolutely. Have a great night, guys.